Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Bible Illustrated Hands. This one will be a lighter episode. I will simply share some of my impressions from my recent trip to Lefkada, which is an island in Greece. I was there with two friends of mine, Stefan and Nemanja, and we were in this place called Nidri, which is a small tourist place but very charming, like Greek touristy places tend to be. As far as the drawing, it is Proverbs 26, verse 2. Like a fluttering sparrow or a darting swallow, an undeserved curse does not come to rest. And it is drawn in honor of a certain commenter who wished death upon my baby niece just for the sake of argument. So someone mentioned it in a comment section, and I have to draw this verse. And that is Rasputin's reliquary from Anastasia, if somebody is wondering. I thought that was a pretty cool design. So, what did we do in Lefkada? Well, first of all, the trip. We went by bus or coach for all of you British people out there. And we went by bus because I have this, sort of a phobia when it comes to planes, as many people do. But the thing is, I was so exhausted after a trip to and fro that I think that I am completely cured of my phobia, So there's that. I have a real tough time, sleeping in a bus as I travel to somewhere. I practically never sleep in a bus. I don't so much as sleep as I fall unconscious with tiredness, and there was a problem here because as we were traveling, I sort of fell asleep, and I had this horrible nightmare, which will sound totally silly when I talk about it, but it was so scary when I actually dreamt it. I dreamt that there was Chucky on my bed, from the horror movie Child's Play. But it wasn't that Chucky doll. It was that murderer from the movie was possessing a stuffed plush bear. Oh, this is perfect. A moment. Yes, he literally looked like this. Yeah, so it was. I was pretty much influenced by, Five Nights at Freddy's. Anyway, Freddy was sitting on my bed and he was holding this butcher knife, and I couldn't move with fear because I knew that he will kill me in the matter of seconds. But that wasn't even the worst part. The worst part was that I knew that his friends are arriving and that they're far worse than him. And he was telling me all of this, and I tried to scream as loud as I could, and that wake me up, and I understood that I was essentially moaning in my sleep because I was simultaneously suffering from sleep paralysis. So I couldn't scream. Otherwise, I think that they would have stopped the bus and asked if somebody is literally murdering someone else. So there was that. People around me kept making jokes throughout the trip regarding my night terror, and my friends were none the wiser. They joked about it for the duration of the entire trip. And I don't blame them. I would have done the same for them. So there was that. When we got there, the guy took money for these cruises, which was a big mistake because I didn't like them. They lasted for so long. There were so many people on those boats. I told him that if any of those boats sunk, it would definitely go like this. There were 200 people over the capacity. The minister in charge of seas or whatever, will make comments such as, "Oh, this is a great tragedy. There were some oversights. We shall bring stricter regulations. We will adopt more stringent provisions, and tomorrow the same thing will happen again." So we were exposed to the sun and at the top deck for all during the entire time because because there were so many people. You literally couldn't go anywhere. And Nemanja had a great comment. He said basically, "Hello, on behalf of Sun Poisoning Tours, welcome to the Red Lobster. I'm your captain, Crispy, and I will be your guide." And I wanted to literally melt. But it's a story for it is a school for life, as my mom likes to say. Then I went to the Divine Liturgy, and I asked the priest, "Excuse me, Father." I actually met him on Saturday evening, which was lucky. Because Nemanja was wearing long pants, I told him, "Please go inside of this church," because I was wearing, trunks. Go and ask the priest when is the liturgy. And he says, "Boy, there's literally a priest next to the church." And there he was. So I went to the man. "Hello, Father. Hello, Father. When is the service?" He says, "Oh, it begins at 7 a.m. and it ends at 10 a.m. And I'm like, "Okay, well, that's quite, long, but okay. We'll play your game, Father." And I go there. I come there at half past 7 because I couldn't make myself wake up. And then 7 a.m. 7:30. So sonimas, then 8 a.m. So sonimas, then 9 a.m. So sonimas, and by 9 a.m. The church started to fill up, and there was this memorial service for this elderly man who has clearly perished. And I expressed my condolences to the family of the man I didn't know, but so pray for Sir Haralampos. I think that was his name. So pray for him. I was one of the 3 people who took communion in the field church, so I felt slightly embarrassed, but then again, I didn't care. I endured the entire ordeal, so that was it. And the sole person who ordered something for me to get for him was my dad. He asked for a bag of pistachios, and I got him some. But it turned out that the bag was literally 20 euros, which is quite expensive. And I literally spent my last money on him on the last day of the trip, which meant that I went I went to the bus with literally no money on me, and Nemanja and Stefan were no better. They had just as much as money as I did. Oh man! So we're making the first break, at this gas station. And the bus guide announces on the microphone, "We're making our first stop at this gas station," and I'm preparing myself to get up from my seat. They charge, and he announces over the microphone, they charge toilets 50 cents, and you can exchange the receipt from the bathroom to get a bottle of water. And I literally didn't have enough money to go to the toilet. I could keep everything, but I was like, "May you burn down and in a tornado that first destroys a glass cutter store or something." I was so angry, but I subsided. And thank God, not long after we got to another bus stop where they didn't charge for the toilets. I think there's something especially grisly about, charging for toilets. Don't charge. I'm pretty sure that people shouldn't charge for toilets and water. That's grisly for some reason. That's pretty much it. It was very relaxing. It was very beautiful. The beaches at Lefkada are simply stunning, even if some of them are literally trying to kill you because rocks are falling off very picturesque cliffs. So you need to take care extreme attention with that. But it was quite beautiful, and if you ever have a chance to go to Lefkada, please, please, please do. I know that there are other beautiful places in Greece, but this is the one where I highly suggest you to go. Bye.